Hey my friends, welcome back to Fluent English Journey. I'm Tom. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're working hard on your English, but the results just don't show up? Maybe you're practicing, maybe you're studying, but it feels like you're running in place. You start to wonder, why am I not improving? Why am I still stuck? I know that feeling. I've been there too. And guess what? It's completely normal. Today, I want to walk with you step by step and show you how to break through this wall and make your next big leap toward fluency. So take a deep breath, because we're about to climb together. Climbing the mountain of English. Picture this, you're hiking up a beautiful mountain. At the start, your legs feel strong, your energy is high, and every step takes you noticeably higher. You glance back and the valley looks smaller. You look up, and suddenly you can see more of the sky. You feel alive. You feel proud. You feel unstoppable. But then, out of nowhere, the path flattens. You're still walking, still sweating, still pushing forward, but you're not going higher anymore. The view doesn't change. It looks the same, and it feels frustrating. This is exactly what happens in language learning. The early victories. When you first begin English, every tiny success feels like a celebration. The first time you say, "How are you?" and someone replies back, you're thrilled. The first time you catch a line in a song or understand a sentence in a movie, it feels like magic. Every week you can measure your growth. Your vocabulary balloons. Your listening sharpens. Your speaking flows more easily. But then one day something shifts. The plateau. The giant leaps shrink into tiny steps. Your speaking sounds the same to you. Your listening doesn't feel sharper. Your progress becomes invisible. And suddenly doubt creeps in. You start asking yourself, am I stuck? Am I just wasting my time? That's when motivation drops. Frustration builds. Maybe you even think about quitting. But here's the truth. You are not stuck. You're simply in a phase where your brain is quietly working in the background, sorting, strengthening, and connecting everything you've already learned. Think of it like a runner training for a marathon. Some days they sprint. Other days they slow down, focus on breathing, build endurance. Both types of training matter. So when you feel stuck, remember, it's not the end. It's just the flat road before the next big climb. And if you keep moving, that hill will appear again. Why does this happen? Now that we know this plateau is real and normal, let's dig into why it happens. Because once you understand the reasons, you'll know how to push past them. Reason number 1. Everything was new at the beginning. When you first dive into English, your brain is flooded with fresh sounds, fresh words, fresh sentences. It's like planting a tiny seed and putting it in the sun. The growth is fast, it's exciting, and it's obvious. But over time, things settle. You can follow your usual lessons. You can handle daily conversations. You can watch the same kinds of videos. That's comfortable, but comfort slows visible growth. You're still learning, but the changes aren't as dramatic anymore. Visible progress, the kind you can point at and say, "Look, I improved," becomes harder to see. Reason number 2. You practice only what feels easy. We all like confidence, so we repeat what we're already good at. Reading short texts again and again. Watching the same style of videos. Talking only about familiar topics. The problem? If you never stretch, your English muscles stop growing. It's like going to the gym and lifting the same weight every single day. At some point, your body says, "Okay, I'm done growing." Reason number 3. Not enough challenge in speaking and writing. It's so simple to sit back and watch a TV show, listen to a podcast, or read an article. That's called input, English coming into your brain. And input is great. It builds understanding. But input alone isn't enough to break the plateau. Breaking through the plateau. But here's the thing. If you want to break through that stuck feeling, input alone won't cut it. You also need output, English coming out of your mouth and onto the page. Speaking and writing. Producing English, not just absorbing it. If you don't practice enough output, your progress slows down. Sure, you might understand a lot, but when it's time to use those words in real life, they just don't come out. That's why you need to practice speaking out loud, even to yourself. Talk to yourself in English. Do shadowing. Use all the strategies we've practiced together in earlier episodes. That's how you train your brain to respond. Invisible growth. Here's another big reason you might feel stuck. The progress is real, but it's small. Your pronunciation is a little clearer. Your grammar is a little more accurate. You catch more words without translating. The changes are happening, but they're not dramatic. So you don't notice them. It's like watching a child grow. If you see them every single day, you hardly notice. But after 6 months, suddenly they look taller, stronger, more mature. That's how your English works too. The progress is there, even if you can't always see it. Why you feel stuck. So let's review. Comfort zone. Habits. Less challenge. Invisible progress. Those are the main reasons behind the plateau. But the important thing is this. Feeling stuck is not a dead end. It's not failure. It's just a sign that it's time to change gears. And that brings us to the big question. How do we start climbing again? 4 practical steps. Step 1. Push your output. Output is the English you produce, your words, your sentences, your voice. To improve faster, you need to push yourself to talk and write about new things. Don't just repeat your daily routine. Try giving your opinion on a movie. Explain a news story in your own words. Teach someone a phrase you just learned. Yes, it feels awkward. You'll forget words. You'll make mistakes. But that's the whole point. Mistakes prove your brain is stretching. Step 2. Track your progress. When growth is small, you need a way to see it. Every week, record yourself speaking for 1 or 2 minutes about anything. Keep those recordings. After a month, go back and listen to the old ones. You'll hear the difference in your pronunciation, your speed, and even your confidence. The growth is there, you just need a mirror to see it. Step 3. Learn in short bursts. Big study sessions aren't always the answer. Instead of sitting for 2 hours once a week, aim for 15 to 20 minutes daily. In each short session, zoom in on one small thing, one grammar point, one listening exercise, or one set of new words. Short, focused practice sticks better in your memory. It also keeps you fresh and motivated. Step 4. Add stretch activities. A stretch activity is just a little harder than what you're used to. Not too easy, not overwhelming, just enough to make your brain sweat. Examples? Have a 5-minute conversation without slipping back into your first language. Read a short story without a dictionary. Write a paragraph on a topic you've never written about before. These stretch activities are like weights in the gym, they pull you forward and build strength. The big picture. Fluency isn't built in a single day, or even in a single month. It's built step by step, sometimes so quietly you don't notice. That's why you have to trust the process. Don't wait for dramatic leaps to feel proud. Celebrate the small wins. You understood one more lyric in a song. You wrote a text with fewer mistakes. Those small wins are proof that you're moving forward. Remember, fluency is the destination, but learning is the journey. If you enjoy the journey, you'll stress less, stay motivated, and keep going. And when you keep going, results always come. Always. Closing. So, my friends, don't forget, the slow zone is not the end. It's just the quiet road before the next hill. Keep walking, keep learning, keep smiling, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. Thank you for being with me today on Fluent English Journey. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.